I am excited to share today how, in summary, to get your employees on board so you slay the turnover drag. If you don't actually get them on board and productive in your company, it's all for naught. The first thing that we talked about in the podcast, and feel free to go back because each of these we detail out in an entire podcast episode. When you think about onboarding, you generally have an HR person or a recruiter, depending on the size of your company. But then when you go to get them on board, there's often a handoff. First thing you want to do when you're on board is you want to have a super clean handoff. A lot of organizations, they just kind of assume, okay, I recruited, now show up on Monday at 5 a.m. or whatever the time is. And then someone gets there, they don't know where to park, they don't know who to meet, they're not sure how they get through security. Really, if the recruiter or the HR person who hired somebody can help with just a couple more minutes of getting them comfortable and handing them off to whoever's going to be working with them in the onboarding process, that is critical. Here's the second thing. We want to do a review of the why. When the recruiter is handing off the new hire, they want to say, this is Delaney, and we've hired Delaney because she did incredible work at this company. She spearheaded this project, and we really see a lot of potential in her, whatever it is. You're revisiting that, and you're sharing with the new hire what is important about this person, what makes them unique. Continue to connect on that human level. Then the second part of the why is, not only is it why about them, but it's also, why does this work matter? Everybody wants to do work that matters. And if we don't convey why this work matters, there's no reason to stay other than the paycheck. And often somebody else will be offering more. Continue to communicate the why of the jobs. Then there's what I call the Goldilocks principle. This is the idea that if you come in too cold on the training, if you just kind of throw someone into a new job, they're going to be overwhelmed and they're probably not going to stick around. But if you come in too hot and you decide that you're going to help this person for the first 4 months, then by the time you get through that training process, they've come to believe that only doing a portion of the job is the only thing they're capable of. I tell a story of how my brother, Tony, has seen this both directions, where people throw him into a job with almost no training, and then he's not got it figured out and he washes out. But the other way is where he's had a job coach for like weeks and weeks and weeks. He gets used to doing only part of his job. And then when the job coach disappears, it's like, how am I supposed to do all of this? And he gets overwhelmed on that side, and then he can't ratchet it up. You can start slaying the turnover drag. If you missed any of these particular episodes, I would encourage you to go back, check them out. If you have any questions, hit up superpump.com or book a consultation. I'd love to talk to you more about what you're dealing with in your organization. We are here to help.